God, when you and heavens love me, I don't need no way, just to love us dancing in the night. Who wrote this? The New York Times? Okay, my bad. Okay, starting over. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Shark Roses. If you guys seen the title, you guys know what this is about. I'm going to be talking about Unrivaled, and of course just a little touch about, you know, a historical event that just happened, you know, the whole inauguration. I can't even say what it is. The inauguration of you know who. It was a great day, the day of the inauguration. Like, we knew it was going to happen and everything like that. It was a great day. It was a very productive day for me, the day of the inauguration. But I will say that I was on my way somewhere and I was getting some things together, doing things. All right, that looks better. All right, so what was I saying? Yeah, so I was taking an Uber somewhere important. On the way back, got into the Uber, and the guy was listening to the inauguration on the radio, and I was like, is that the inauguration? And this, mind you, this is only the second time in my life that I've ever requested that the radio be changed, because I can't deal with it. Like, I plan to bury my head in the sand, but not too far in the sand, for the next 4 years. I plan to keep my ears to the streets to make sure I know what's going on and hear what's going on and stuff like that, or whatever, you know, in case I got to be prepared to run to a border near me or something like that. But I do plan to keep my head, like, just focused on what I can do and just doing my best to just stay out of harm's way, to be honest, especially after what I saw on the news today about that very rich man doing what he did on stage. Yeah, that reminds us of another very famous man in the past that you know, put some people in gas chambers. Yeah, he definitely did a gesture like that. And I've always known, I'm a black woman in America, like, I've always known what it was when it came to the wealthy of the world. We've always known what it was. Like, if you didn't know what it was, where have you been? But the fact that they are so emboldened to, like, just be out and proud about it now in that way is so scary. It's so scary. And I'm looking, like I said, looking for exit plans and exit strategies, because I don't think that it's not going to be safe. I just don't think, for him to do that and for them to do that and for them to be okay with that, it's just not going to be safe. But anyway, talking about that historical event, that was the bad news of the day. But it was ended up being, like I said, a very great day, a very productive day and stuff like that. And I feel like the basketball gods, let's move to the great news. I feel like the basketball gods knew beforehand what was going to happen in the future, and the basketball gods literally just gave Breonna Stewart and Nakfisa Collard this idea and was like, this is going to happen on this day. It's going to make a lot of people sad, and you guys need to put this together so that way you guys can play some basketball. And I promise you, they got me through. Other than the very productive things, like very happy, productive thing that happened, they literally got me through with this league. Like, I don't know what I was going to do, because I was so like fiending for some, like, you know, I'm a new basketball fan now. Like, I was fiending for some basketball. I've been watching old, you know, basketball videos, old games and stuff like that. I've been watching old games, old highlights of players and everything. And I was like, man, I gotta wait all the way till, like, you know, April, May or whatever to, like, see some more basketball. And then they put this together, and now we're able to see basketball ahead of time. And the fact that, again, like, the second day, I think it is, that, like, premiered on the inauguration, I'm just like, man, allow me to shut my brain off and just get into that, because and thank God for that, because I plan to focus on that and, you know, other things to keep me distracted for the next 4 years, because it's just too much. It's too depressing to think about. But anyway, I'm gonna talk about the good news, and, you know, like I said, just try to focus on what makes me happy in that way. And Unrivaled, this has been so awesome. I want to, like, keep up on this. It's very okay. I am a new basketball fan. I do not know all of the ins and outs of basketball. It's definitely vibes over here. It's definitely vibes, but it's entertaining to watch. So I want to talk about it. So love that. Well, I don't know how I want to do it. If I want to do by the teams, by players. When I do movie reviews, I usually do by character and / storyline, and I usually follow it like that. But when it comes to this, I don't really know how to measure it or how to talk about it. I guess I'll just go from least to favorite team. Let's do it like that. 6 teams or 6 clubs, you know, and it's awesome. It looks awesome. I love hearing about how like well taken care of the players are. That is awesome. Good for them. Especially hearing about them having like childcare, which I feel like should have always been standard in the W. Like, no shade, but I feel like these are women in childbearing years. Like, that should have always been. I at least want to know, do they at least get a nanny stipend or a child care stipend, like babysitter stipend? Like, again, like, you know, if you're gonna have the male NBA, immediately when you think woman, womb, babies, like, these are their childbearing years. Like, I just feel like some type of babysitter stipend or some type of nanny stipend should always come with it, whatever. But good for them for being able to bring their kids with them and stuff like that, and everybody gets to be in one place, everybody gets to talk to each other, you know, everybody gets to stay home front, you know, in the United States. They're not too far away from family, you know, all the way and completely, you know, on the other side of the world, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's just so many positivities, and you know, all of the brands that came in to support and work with everybody. Like, it's just so much positivity. Like, shout out to the players. Like, good for them. And then I love seeing the commentating from like Candace Parker and like the other ladies and stuff like that, because it's like, it's so beautiful to see how like they really are starting this thing, you know, from like the ground up. Like, to see all these women just starting this thing from the ground up, and like, okay, y'all better get that, y'all better get y'all money, y'all better do that. Like, it looks so good. And then like, I came in at the right time. Like, this is amazing. Like, you're watching history right now. You're watching, you know, players really like take ownership of their field, you know, of their jobs. Like, they are not just employees anymore. Like, they are owners, you know what I'm saying? They are charting and making their own opportunities. And that's been a theme that's been coming up in my life lately, you know what I'm saying? Just seeing so many different artists, or, you know, or athletes, artists from, you know, just different people making their own opportunities. I just saw like on Threads earlier today of a lady that was talking about how she loves acting, and that she even went to all the great schools, to the great schools of acting and everything like that, got her college degree, and, you know, because of her looks and everything like that, she was just like getting rejected by auditions and da-da-da. She was like, no, I'm just gonna go make my own stuff. And she just makes her own stuff and collabs with other creators that make their own stuff. And she's just like, you know, I had to stop waiting for Hollywood to see me. I had to just make my own stuff. And that just reminds me of this. They were like, you know, we're not gonna wait for the W to do, we're not gonna wait for them no more. Like, they're taking too long. Boom, did it themselves. Look at them. It's amazing. I love it. I'm happy for everybody. And piece of me is just like, I hope everybody, you know, all the players have a stock, you know, in this company. I hope they all get a little bit of something, you know what I mean? Some dividends later on, you know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. But anyway, let's go to I'm gonna do my least to favorite, I guess. I'm gonna do that. So my least favorite is, I'm gonna say Phantom, but not just because, like, you know, they losing right now. It's only been 2 days, two games so far at the time of me recording this. Phantom, I'm gonna go with Phantom. Let me go with that. I'm gonna go with Phantom as my least favorite, just because I don't have any like favorite players on this team. That's why I don't have any favorite players. I like Sabrina Ionescu. I like her, and I like Natasha Cloud. I like her. But other than that, like, I don't really have, you know, that many faves like that. And so, yeah, like I said, you're not gonna get no type of professional feedback from me. You know, you want professional feedback, you gotta go to a different channel. And then my other second to last is Mist. It's Mist. But I do like more players on this team. Like, I really love Jewel Lloyd. I like, Rakia Jackson. I feel like Rakia Jackson, you know, again, last year was my first time watching him and watching everybody play. And I think, yeah, Rakia Jackson was a new, you know, she was new to the W, and it was her rookie year. And Caitlin Clark didn't get it. I feel like Rakia Jackson should have got it. of course, you know, Angel Reese and stuff like that, you know, but outside of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, I feel like Rakita, she was really putting in that work. She was really doing what she had to do. She was really showing out. I honestly didn't know that the way that she was playing, I didn't even know that she was a rookie until they said it. The announcers were saying it. They were like, she's a rookie. I'm like, oh, damn. Like, she fit seamlessly into her team and was playing like she'd been on the team for forever. So I like her too. And like I said, I like Jewel Lloyd. I really like her. And Dejanay. I love Dejanay. And Dejanay did not disappoint as soon as she got on the freaking court. And who did they first play? They first played, hell, I forgot who they first played. No, they first played the Lunar Owl. No, they didn't first play. They didn't miss. I think it was the Lunar Owls. I think it was. No, that was the different team. Who did they first play? Did they have the old games on there? Yeah, it was. They first played the Lunar Owls, and I think they just assumed they had it in the bag, you know. But the Lunar Owls, we're gonna get to them in a minute. But the Lunar Owls, man. But the Mist, I think they just assumed they had it in the bag, and Dejanay came in the game, you know, swinging, and she did not disappoint, coming in with them blocks and stuff like that. Just wilding. I love her too. I love her game, the way she played. And then third to last team is Rose. I really like them. Love Chelsea Gray. Kalia Copper is like one of my new faves. You know, Angel Reese was great. You know, she doing what she do. But I love how I feel like Angel got really like, you know, everyone is talking about how this season or this, you know, inaugural season of this new thing is really helping everyone stay in shape, you know, stay in shape and get better at their game, and they get to do it at home, which is great. But I feel like Angel is getting like a lot from her vets on her team. Like, she's getting a lot. Like, they may not be winning no games or winning a lot of games, but I feel like she's like soaking in so much information, and that's so cool to watch. Like, I feel like she really got lucky with the people that they teamed her up with. Like, I feel like she gonna come back crazy. You know what I'm saying? She gonna come back crazy on the court this next season. And I feel like, and I would love for everybody to stop trying to say, you know, she cheating. You know what I'm saying? Because she getting rebounds. Like, so what? Like, I don't even know how that's a thing. You know, again, I'm new to the game, but I'm like, it got her all the way here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem now? Like, I don't get it. Like, why are people mad now that she doing her job? Like, it got her all the way here. Her coaches don't seem to be mad or sad about it. Like, didn't she win a couple championships too on her team? Like, I don't understand. But anyway, yeah, the Rose Club is so cool. I love everyone's, like, the themes. I love how, like I said, again, this is more of a vibes channel, so you gotta rock with me here. I love how they went all out for like the themes of everything, of every single club. I love how they, you know, all in, and I love how everybody coming up with their own like little calls and stuff like that for their clubs. Like, people getting really into the spirit. It's so cute to watch. Like, it's so cute to watch. I love it. Then they got, and I also love how wherever Angel go, like, that's her new name. Like, now she's 305 Barbie for this season. Right now she's 305 Barbie. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Do I feel like I feel like they're definitely gonna beat the Phantom. The Rose Club is definitely gonna beat the Phantom Club. And I think, like I said, I feel like because of all the vets that are there on the Rose Club, they're gonna become more cohesive. So I feel like by the time they, you know, again, the Phantom, and then I feel like if they keep it up, they can even pull a win over the Mist too, because the Mist seem kind of like they kind of lost in the sauce a little bit, especially Jewel. I don't know, you don't really see her like you would, and she's like a 3-point shooter, like that's what she's known for. So I thought she was about to show out in this. Maybe we haven't seen her pop out yet, but I thought Jewel Lloyd would, like, you know, in her first 2 games, she would be showing out. Like, even if they lost, like, you would still see Jewel having, like, a whole bunch of points. But I don't know what's going on with that. But I think the Rose would definitely beat the Phantom. And if they, you know, get really locked in, I think they could definitely beat the Mist, too, for sure. Then I have, in the teams that I like, in third place would be, I'm gonna say the Lunar Owls. If it was who do I think's gonna win, I'm gonna be controversial and say the Lunar Owls will be second in my book to win. But I'm going by the teams that I like. So third of the teams that I like is the Lunar Owls. They're really cool. I love the way Skylar is like really you know, leading the team and stuff like that. I feel like they got a whole lot of experience on their team. They got a lot of athleticism on their team. They're very, like, you know, they gel well together. And I love the fact that because they're like more smaller, that they play with a chip on their shoulder. And that's why I say, because I know right now everybody's like the Laces first, then Vinyl, then Lunar Owls. And I would be controversial and say Laces, Lunar Owls, and then Vinyl. And the reason why is because I feel like the Lunar Owls play with a chip on their shoulder. The way they came out swinging both times, and they didn't give up with the Mist their first game, the way that they did not give up with the Mist, and they have so many bigs, and, you know, again, they got a couple 3-point shooters that are with them, and, you know, DJ Carrington, she not scared to run somebody over. Like, they didn't give up, and they're a smaller team, but they did not give up. They used their athleticism, they used their intelligence, because they have to, because they're smaller, you know what I'm saying? You know, they have to do that normally anyway, so they might as well use it to their advantage. Like, the way that they did that, I was like, yeah. And the way that they didn't give up, like I said, they was losing at first, and the Mist kind of made it seem like they had it in the bag, and they got a little comfortable, and then boom, they came in and shut it down. You know, you see the way Skylar shut it down, like, they play with a chip on their shoulder. I feel like if they can keep that up, the Lunar Owls is coming for them. Deja vu. The Lunar Owls is coming for them. You know what I'm saying? For real, coming for them. If they keep that energy up, I feel like the Lunar Owls gonna probably be in the bottom too. But who else over here? And then, of course, Courtney Williams. Love Courtney Williams. I love everybody on this team, really, except for, like, maybe the two that I don't know, which is Shakira and Cameron Brink. Those are only two I don't know, but I love everybody. Skylar, Fee, you know what I'm saying? Nafisa Caller, Alicia Gray, and Courtney Williams. And I really am going to start watching more Atlanta Dream games. Like, last season, I was all about my aces, still all about my aces. And I liked the aces, and I liked watching the Storm games. I love watching the aces games, the Storm games, and then I would tune into the Minnesota Link games, depending on who they were playing. I would tune into the Connecticut Sun games, depending on who they're playing. And I think once everybody shuffle around their players and decide who they're going to draft, keep, and all that other stuff, once that all settles, the dust settles, I kind of want to tune in a little bit more to the Atlanta Dream because of Alicia Gray and another player that I'm about to say in just a second. So the second team that I like in, you know, the order from least to favorite is the Vinyl. And the other player that I said that the reason why I want to watch the Atlanta Dream more is because of Ryan Howard. And she's on Vinyl in the Vinyl Club in Unrivaled. And I seen her, of course, play, you know, because, you know, watching my other teams that I like to watch during last season, I definitely saw her doing her thing for sure. But in this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see people really, like, popping out. Like, they really are not playing around. I like Vinyl. The reason why I would put Vinyl third, like, when it comes to my predictions in my mind, you know, who would be in, like, you know, the bottom 3 or the bottom 2 or whatever, or however it goes, top 2, bottom, whatever, is because I feel like Vinyl will be third is because, again, like, I feel like Lunar Owls, they got that chip on their shoulder. They play like they got a point to prove, but they're cohesive. You know what I'm saying? They're really gelled together really good. And Vinyl is that way too. Like, they play really well. You know, they're all made for, I guess, this 3-on-3 type of deal. But I don't know. I just feel like they might be a little too, they're not slow, but I just feel like kind of like the Mist, like how the Mist played with the Lunar Owls the first night, where it's like they were kind of confident. You know what I mean? Like, they was kind of overconfident. Like, we got this in the bag, you know, we're gonna do this, we got this, don't worry about it, we won, and then boom, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like low-key, that's how Vinyl kind of, the vibe they give me. Like, they give me that vibe of, like, they might just be a little too chill. Like, you a little too chill. Like, you don't play like, you know, but they might turn it up, though. Like, again, they're all great players. You got Enrique, of course, and then Jordan Canada, duh, you know what I'm saying? Like, they all be putting in that work. Like, they be running for sure. And then you got De'Erica Hamby, you know, Ryan. Like, when they played the Phantom last night and Sabrina was going through what she was going through, man, Sabrina was putting it all on the floor. You know, she was pissed off that she lost. Then you saw them like, okay, we got to put a little bit of effort. But they still had way more control. They had control over the ball. They had control, especially Ryan. She never lost her cool. Not one time. Ryan never lost her cool. And like I said, Lunar Owls, they play with like a hunger. So I'm interested to see Vinyl and Lunar Owls, obviously. I'm interested to see them. And then last but not least, of course, not the Aces, Laces. But you know what? We might as well call them that. This is the Aces off-season club called the Laces. Like, that's what it is. Like, this is their off-season club called the Laces, okay? Because you got all the Aces, except for one, over here on the Laces. And this is what the Laces, and what the Aces are up to, if you were wondering what they were doing off season. But nah, they're so dope. And their fans are called the Soulmates. That's so cute. That is so cute. Like I said, I love how everybody is like deep into their themes and stuff like that, or whatever. And of course, love everybody on this team. I think McBride, she was on the Minnesota, so I seen her play a couple times. Obviously I was watching Minnesota last season, and to see her shine the way that she's shining in this league is so freaking dope. Because you gotta do what you gotta do on 5 and make it work and make it happen. But man, she's been showing the heck out during this season so far, and I love it. Mind you, Jackie ain't even get on the floor yet, and it makes me wonder, is she gonna get on the floor this season, or is she just gonna ride the bench and just chill and collect a check? And she might pop out maybe the last 2 games or something. But she might not play for real, but you gotta play because it's only 3 people on the court, so you gotta make it work. But I don't know. But they've been doing a damn good job without her. And she, a threat as well. And honestly, they really should have kept... Was Jackie on Phantom before? I think Jackie was on Phantom before, or not, or whatever. But it would make it even for the Phantom if Jackie was on Phantom. That's just to be real, because this whole freaking team is stacked, and it's kind of scary. Only them and Vinyl for real is really like that. And again, the Lunar Owls, they play with a lot of freaking heart. So I definitely want to see the Laces against the Lunar Owls. I really want to see the Lunar Owls against the Laces and the Vinyl. But yeah, based on what we see thus far, the Laces are taking it. But my real game that I want to see them is the Laces and Vinyl. That's who I want to see go against each other. And I love that Money Martin has been getting her shine and being able to showcase what she can do and getting everybody excited about what she about to do for the Valkyries. My gosh, it's about to be crazy. I'm excited. This is dope. Of course, AT doing her thing, and then you have Becky Hammond show up. And honestly, I feel like, well, she don't gotta do, she can do whatever she want to do. I'm not telling Becky what to do, but honestly, I feel like she should show up, for the next night too, not just this night. That the last night that she was there, she show up probably 2 more times, just pop in and out, on everybody. I think that's what she should do. I think she should show up, not know who she's scouting, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like everybody, trying to guess who she's scouting for. Yeah, I think she should show up a couple more times. You don't know who she's scouting, what she doing. She could have been just there just to support her homegirl, you know what I'm saying? Just to support Teaspoon, and that's it. You know what I mean? She probably already got who she got in mind, and probably already been thinking about it before last season was already over, because she probably already found out that, her whole, staff basically was being dismantled. Like, so she probably already had these things going, That's the part of being a head coach. That's the difference. You got to think 10 steps ahead of everybody else. So she probably already got her people in mind of what she want to do. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I'm excited to see everything. That's my little take on Unrivaled. I love it. I love that I have something to watch between now and the season starting. And hopefully, it'll be a good enough distraction. Plus what I'm working on and everything like that from the craziness of the world that's happening. Everybody stay safe. Stay safe. Stay positive. The only thing that's keeping me through and keeping me positive is the fact that we made it through the last time. Unfortunately, there was a last time to even think about. We made it through the last. If it all goes the way it's supposed to go, we'll make it through this time too, and it won't be hopefully as damaging or as tragic as the last time. So I'm just gonna stay positive and just think about the things that make me happy to look forward to, and that's pretty much it. That's my update thus far. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, please like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Let me know what you guys think about all the major events that's happening recently. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on the inauguration? What are your thoughts what that very rich man did on stage? You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts? You know, are you thinking about moving to the closest, you know, border? You know, are you thinking about learning a new language like everyone is doing right now to get on TikTok, even though TikTok came back? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you thinking about just completely leaving the country at all? You don't even want to deal with it? Are you thinking about maybe getting more active in politics? You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, are you just gonna do like me and just do the best you can to just numb yourself for the next 4 years and just try to pretend like it's all a bad dream? Yeah, let me know you guys' opinions on Unrivaled. What do you guys think is gonna happen this next season? We're gonna give updates as everything goes on. I probably want to do more like, you know, little reviews or whatever of the game. And shame on HBO Max for taking off the old games. Shame on y'all for taking off the old games, because people be having to work and we really want to be able to like watch the reruns and watch the replays. Like, come on now, stop doing people like that. But yeah, let me know you guys' predictions. What are you guys's, you know, 1 through 6, you know what I'm saying? You're from your favorite to least favorite, you know what I mean? Who do you guys think are gonna win? You know what I'm saying? From most likely to win to least likely to win. Let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one.